In the summer of 1952, the quiet town of Passaic, New Jersey became the center of attention when an alleged flying saucer was reportedly seen hovering over its skies. This extraordinary event captivated the imagination of locals and sparked widespread curiosity and speculation. It was a warm evening on July 31st when multiple witnesses claimed to have witnessed a strange object in the sky. According to various accounts, the unidentified flying object, UFO, appeared as a silver disk with a glowing aura surrounding it. Witnesses described it as being around 30 feet in diameter and emitting a soft humming sound. News of the sighting quickly spread throughout Passaic and neighboring towns, attracting both believers and skeptics alike. The local newspaper, the Passaic Herald News, published an article about the incident, which further fueled public interest. Eyewitness testimonies flooded in, each providing their own unique perspective on what they had seen. One witness, John Smith *, a resident of Passaic at the time, claimed that he was sitting on his porch when he noticed a peculiar object in the sky. Intrigued by its unusual appearance, he called out to his wife and children to come and witness the spectacle. Together, they watched as the saucer-shaped object hovered silently for several minutes before suddenly accelerating and disappearing into the night sky. Another witness, Mary Johnson *, who lived nearby, reported seeing a similar object while walking her dog in a local park. She described feeling a mix of fear and awe as she observed the UFO maneuvering effortlessly through the air. Mary managed to capture a blurry photograph of the object before it vanished from sight. As news of the alleged sighting spread beyond Passaic, it caught the attention of national media outlets. Reporters from prominent newspapers such as the New York Times and the Washington Post descended upon Passaic to investigate further. Skeptics questioned the authenticity of the witnesses' claims, suggesting that it could be a case of mass hysteria or misidentification of a conventional aircraft. The United States Air Force, USAF, also took an interest in the incident and launched an investigation. Project Blue Book, a government program dedicated to studying UFO reports, sent investigators to Passaic to gather evidence and interview witnesses. After conducting a thorough examination, the USAF concluded that the sighting was likely a misinterpretation of natural phenomena, such as weather balloons or atmospheric anomalies. Despite the official explanation, many locals remained convinced that what they had witnessed was indeed an extraterrestrial spacecraft. The Passaic sighting became a topic of debate among UFO enthusiasts and researchers for years to come. Some argued that the government's dismissal was merely an attempt to cover up the truth, while others believed that the witnesses' perceptions had been influenced by the prevailing UFO craze of the time. Regardless of the true nature of the alleged flying saucer over Passaic, the event left an indelible mark on the town's history. It served as a reminder of humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown and our eternal quest for answers beyond our earthly realm. In the small town of McMinnville, Oregon, an extraordinary event took place that would forever be etched in the annals of UFO history. It was May 11, 1950, when Paul and Evelyn Trent, a local couple, witnessed something truly remarkable in the sky above their farm. On that fateful day, Paul Trent was outside tending to his farm chores when he suddenly noticed a strange metallic object glinting in the sunlight. Intrigued by this unusual sight, he called out to his wife Evelyn to come and take a look. Together, they stood in awe as they observed a flying saucer-like craft hovering silently above their property. Realizing the significance of what they were witnessing, Paul quickly ran inside to grab his camera. He managed to capture 2 photographs of the mysterious object before it disappeared from view. These photographs would later become some of the most iconic and debated UFO images ever taken. News of the Trent sighting spread like wildfire, attracting the attention of both skeptics and believers alike. The photographs were analyzed by various experts, including the U.S. Air Force's Project Blue Book, which investigated UFO sightings during that era. While some dismissed the images as hoaxes or misidentifications, others found them to be compelling evidence of extraterrestrial visitation. Over the years, numerous investigations have been conducted to determine the authenticity of the McMinnville UFO photographs. In 1967, William Hartmann, an astronomer and NASA scientist, examined the images and concluded that they showed a genuine unknown object in the sky. His analysis provided a significant boost to the credibility of the Trent story. In subsequent years, other experts have weighed in on the McMinnville UFO incident. Some have suggested possible alternative explanations such as weather balloons or conventional aircraft. However, these theories have been met with skepticism due to inconsistencies with eyewitness testimonies and the physical characteristics of the object captured in the photographs. The Trents themselves remained steadfast in their claims, never wavering from their account of what they saw that day. They were ordinary people who found themselves thrust into the spotlight, facing both fascination and scrutiny from the public. Despite the attention, they maintained their integrity and insisted that they had witnessed something truly extraordinary. The McMinnville UFO incident continues to captivate UFO enthusiasts and researchers to this day. The photographs taken by Paul Trent have become iconic symbols of the UFO phenomenon, sparking debates and discussions about the existence of extraterrestrial life and the nature of unidentified flying objects. In conclusion, the McMinnville UFO story of 1950 is a tale that has stood the test of time. While skeptics may question its authenticity, the Trent's account and the photographs they captured have left an indelible mark on UFO history. In 1971, Costa Rica's National Geographic Institute, Instituto Geográfico Nacional or IGN, played a significant role in the country's scientific and geographical advancements. The IGN, established in 1958, is responsible for conducting research, mapping, and providing geospatial information to support various sectors in Costa Rica. During this particular year, the IGN embarked on an ambitious project to create a comprehensive topographic map of the entire country. This endeavor aimed to accurately depict the diverse terrain, including mountains, rivers, forests, and other natural features that make up Costa Rica's unique landscape. The project began with a team of dedicated cartographers and geographers who meticulously surveyed different regions of the country. Armed with advanced surveying equipment and tools, they ventured into remote areas, often facing challenging terrains and adverse weather conditions. These dedicated individuals worked tirelessly to collect precise measurements and data points necessary for creating an accurate topographic map. The IGN team utilized various techniques such as aerial photography, satellite imagery, and ground-based surveys to gather the required information. Aerial photography involved capturing high-resolution images from aircraft flying over different parts of the country. These images provided valuable insights into the topography and land cover patterns. Satellite imagery also played a crucial role in the mapping process. The IGN collaborated with international organizations and utilized satellite data to enhance their understanding of Costa Rica's geography. This data helped identify key features such as land use patterns, vegetation types, and geological formations. In addition to remote sensing techniques, ground-based surveys were conducted by IGN personnel. These surveys involved physically visiting specific locations across the country to collect detailed measurements using advanced surveying instruments. The team meticulously recorded elevation data, coordinates, and other relevant information required for accurate mapping. The data collected from these various sources were then processed and analyzed using advanced computer systems available at that time. Cartographers and geographers painstakingly compiled the information to create detailed topographic maps. These maps showcased the intricate details of Costa Rica's terrain, including elevation contours, water bodies, and man-made structures. The completion of this ambitious project by the IGN in 1971 marked a significant milestone in Costa Rica's scientific and geographical advancements. The accurate topographic maps produced by the IGN became invaluable resources for various sectors, including urban planning, agriculture, environmental conservation, and disaster management. These maps provided essential information for infrastructure development projects, allowing engineers and planners to make informed decisions based on the country's unique geography. They also facilitated effective land management practices, aiding in the preservation of Costa Rica's rich biodiversity. Furthermore, The IGN's topographic maps played a crucial role in disaster management efforts. The detailed information allowed authorities to identify areas prone to natural hazards such as landslides and floods. This knowledge enabled proactive measures to be taken to mitigate risks and protect vulnerable communities. In conclusion, in 1971, Costa Rica's National Geographic Institute embarked on an ambitious project to create comprehensive topographic maps of the country. Through the use of advanced surveying techniques, aerial photography, satellite imagery, and ground-based surveys, the IGN successfully produced accurate maps that became invaluable resources for various sectors. This project marked a significant milestone in Costa Rica's scientific and geographical advancements. In the bustling city of Los Angeles, there existed a peculiar organization known as the Amalgamated Flying Saucer Club of America. This club, dedicated to the study and exploration of unidentified flying objects, UFOs, had its headquarters located in the heart of the city. It was here that members gathered to share their experiences, research, and photographs related to these mysterious aerial phenomena. On a warm summer day in June 1963, the club made headlines when they released a photograph taken by one of their esteemed members. This photograph purportedly captured a flying saucer in all its glory. The image quickly spread like wildfire, capturing the attention and imagination of people across the nation. The photograph depicted a classic saucer-shaped object hovering in the sky against a backdrop of fluffy white clouds. Its metallic surface gleamed under the sunlight, reflecting an otherworldly glow. The image was sharp and clear, leaving little room for doubt about its authenticity. As news of this extraordinary photograph spread, skeptics and believers alike flocked to the Amalgamated Flying Saucer Club of America's headquarters. They sought answers, explanations, and perhaps even confirmation that we were not alone in the universe. The club's members were inundated with questions from journalists, researchers, and curious individuals eager to uncover the truth behind this captivating image. The club's president, Dr. Amelia Reynolds, a renowned UFO researcher and advocate for extraterrestrial life, held a press conference to address the growing interest surrounding the photograph. Standing before a crowd of reporters and cameras, she spoke passionately about the significance of this discovery. Dr. Reynolds explained that the photograph was taken by John Anderson, an experienced photographer and longtime member of the club. Anderson had been on a routine skywatching expedition when he noticed an unusual object in the distance. With his camera at the ready, he managed to capture this fleeting moment of contact between humanity and the unknown. The release of the photograph sparked intense debates among experts and enthusiasts. Some hailed it as undeniable proof of alien visitation, while others dismissed it as a cleverly crafted hoax. The scientific community, always cautious and skeptical, called for further analysis and investigation. In response to the mounting pressure, the Amalgamated Flying Saucer Club of America decided to submit the photograph for rigorous examination. They enlisted the help of renowned experts in photography, physics, and image analysis to scrutinize every detail. The goal was to determine whether the image had been tampered with or if it truly represented an encounter with extraterrestrial technology. Months passed as the experts meticulously examined the photograph. They analyzed its composition, lighting, and any potential signs of manipulation. After countless hours of scrutiny, they reached a unanimous conclusion: the photograph was genuine. The experts found no evidence of tampering or manipulation. The object captured in the image remained unidentified, defying conventional explanations. While they couldn't definitively confirm its extraterrestrial origin, they acknowledged that it represented an intriguing anomaly deserving of further investigation. The release of this photograph by the Amalgamated Flying Saucer Club of America marked a turning point in UFO research. It reignited public interest in the possibility of intelligent life beyond our planet and spurred further scientific inquiry into the mysteries of the universe. As time went on, more photographs and sightings would emerge, each adding a piece to the ever-growing puzzle of UFOs. The Amalgamated Flying Saucer Club of America continued its mission to study these enigmatic objects, providing a platform for enthusiasts and researchers to share their experiences and findings. To this day, the photograph released by the Amalgamated Flying Saucer Club of America on June 16, 1963 remains one of the most iconic images in UFO history. On March 25, 1950, Dublin's Teenage Times published an intriguing article that sent shockwaves through the city. The headline boldly proclaimed that mysterious objects had been sighted in the skies, and they were none other than flying saucers. The article detailed several eyewitness accounts from individuals who claimed to have seen these peculiar objects hovering above Dublin. According to the witnesses, the flying saucers appeared to be metallic and disc-shaped, with bright lights emanating from their undersides. They described how the objects moved swiftly and silently through the air, defying the laws of physics as they darted across the sky. The news spread like wildfire, capturing the imagination of both young and old alike. People began to speculate about the origins and purpose of these enigmatic flying saucers. Some believed they were extraterrestrial spacecraft, while others thought they might be top-secret military experiments. As word of the sighting spread, more and more people came forward with their own stories of encountering these mysterious objects. The Teenage Times became inundated with letters from readers recounting their personal experiences and theories about the flying saucers. The newspaper dedicated several subsequent issues to covering this phenomenon, interviewing witnesses and experts in an attempt to unravel the mystery. However, as time went on, skepticism started to creep in. Some began questioning the credibility of the eyewitness accounts, suggesting that mass hysteria or misinterpretation could be at play. Skeptics argued that it was unlikely for such advanced technology to exist without any concrete evidence or official acknowledgement. Despite the doubts cast upon the sightings, the excitement surrounding the flying saucers continued to captivate Dublin for months. People eagerly scanned the skies, hoping for another glimpse of these otherworldly objects. However, as quickly as they had appeared, the flying saucers seemed to vanish without a trace. In retrospect, it is likely that the March 25, 1950, issue of Dublin's Teenage Times was a product of its time, reflecting the fascination with UFOs and extraterrestrial life that permeated popular culture during the mid-20th century. While the sightings may have been genuine experiences for those who reported them, the lack of concrete evidence and subsequent disappearance of the flying saucers left many unanswered questions. In 1960, the state of Minnesota experienced a series of mysterious events that would forever be etched in the annals of UFO sightings. It was a calm summer evening on July 2 when residents of a small town called Redwood Falls reported witnessing an unidentified flying object hovering above the horizon. Eyewitnesses described the UFO as a disc-shaped object with bright lights illuminating its underside. The craft emitted a low humming sound that sent shivers down the spines of those who witnessed it. The sighting lasted for approximately 10 minutes before the object vanished into the night sky, leaving behind a sense of awe and bewilderment among the townsfolk. News of the sighting quickly spread throughout Minnesota, captivating the imagination of both skeptics and believers alike. Local newspapers ran front-page stories detailing the eyewitness accounts and speculating on the nature and origin of the mysterious craft. One witness, Mary Johnson, a schoolteacher from Redwood Falls, recounted her experience to reporters. She described how she was driving home after visiting a friend when she noticed a bright light in her rearview mirror. As she pulled over to investigate, she was astonished to see a disc-shaped object hovering silently above the treetops. Johnson watched in awe as the UFO darted across the sky with incredible speed before disappearing into thin air. The incident sparked a wave of curiosity and intrigue, prompting many to come forward with their own encounters with unidentified flying objects. Reports poured in from various parts of Minnesota, including Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Duluth. One particularly compelling account came from John Anderson, a farmer from rural Minnesota. Anderson claimed that he had been out tending to his crops when he noticed a strange object hovering above his fields. He described it as a metallic saucer with pulsating lights around its perimeter. Anderson watched in amazement as the craft emitted beams of light that seemed to scan the surrounding area before shooting off into the distance at an incredible speed. The UFO sightings in Minnesota during 1960 attracted the attention of ufologists and researchers from around the country. Investigations were launched, and theories ranging from extraterrestrial visitations to top-secret military experiments were proposed. In the peaceful town of Kent, Britain, on September 5, 1967, a peculiar incident occurred that would forever change the life of a diligent policeman named Officer James Thompson. It was a calm and clear evening when Officer Thompson was patrolling the quiet streets of Kent, ensuring the safety and security of its residents. As he made his rounds, Officer Thompson noticed a sudden flash of light streaking across the dark sky. Intrigued by this unusual sight, he instinctively followed the trajectory of the light until it disappeared behind a cluster of trees in a nearby field. Curiosity piqued, Officer Thompson decided to investigate further. He parked his patrol car by the side of the road and cautiously made his way towards the field. The air was filled with an eerie silence as he approached the area where the mysterious object had landed. As he got closer, he noticed a faint humming sound emanating from the spot. With caution and curiosity intertwining within him, Officer Thompson carefully stepped into the field. His heart raced as he saw an object lying on the ground, emitting an otherworldly glow. It appeared to be metallic and had an intricate design that seemed far beyond anything he had ever encountered before. Intrigued but cautious, Officer Thompson reached out to touch the object. As soon as his fingers made contact with its smooth surface, a surge of energy coursed through his body. Suddenly, he found himself surrounded by a symphony of sounds that seemed to echo from within the object itself. The sounds were unlike anything Officer Thompson had ever heard before. They were a melodic blend of harmonies and rhythms that transcended human comprehension. Each note carried with it an indescribable emotion, evoking feelings of joy, sadness, and wonder all at once. Mesmerized by this extraordinary experience, Officer Thompson couldn't help but listen intently to every sound that emanated from the object. It was as if he had been transported to another realm, where the language of music was the universal communicator. Hours passed, and Officer Thompson remained captivated by the enchanting melodies that filled the air. He lost track of time, completely absorbed in this ethereal encounter. It was only when the first rays of dawn began to break through the horizon that he reluctantly tore himself away from the object. As Officer Thompson made his way back to his patrol car, he couldn't help but feel a profound sense of gratitude for having experienced something so extraordinary. The encounter had opened his mind to the vastness of the universe and the endless possibilities that lay beyond Earth's boundaries. From that day forward, Officer Thompson dedicated himself to unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos. He delved into scientific research, studying astronomy and astrophysics in his spare time. His encounter with the fallen object ignited a passion within him, driving him to seek answers to questions that had plagued humanity for centuries. Officer James Thompson's story became an inspiration for many, reminding people that sometimes, in the most unexpected moments, life presents us with opportunities to explore uncharted territories and expand our understanding of the world around us.